Now, we all like to do a little bit for charity, don't we? Well, one of our local politicians is no exception. The wonderful, wonderful Jonathan Arnott is UK's MEP for the North East, and he took part in a challenge that tested his brains and his brawn. The sport, chess boxing. The venue, the home of British boxing, York Hall. The opponent, a Lib Dem politician. And I caught up with Jonathan Arnott earlier to find out how he actually got on.
It was one of the more surreal experiences I've ever had in my life, certainly. It was great fun. Enjoyed it. Very hostile London crowd, but I've never been afraid to play the role of the pantomime villain in UKIP, of course. And yeah, it was good fun. Just a little bit of a pity about the result, really.
So the whole thing, you fought at York Hall and you were up against a Lib Dem. How did that feel?
Oh, it felt amazing, really, but slightly scary. I'd been, I think I'd been told before everything started, I had the impression that I was going to be up against somebody with a similar level of physical fitness to me, somebody who hadn't been going to a gym for a while, and that I'd be up against somebody who'd got very limited experience of boxing. Well,
was that a lie?
His experience of boxing was limited, but his physical fitness may have been of a completely different order to mine.
Now, explain, please, for people who don't know what chess boxing is. What land have you entered into? What have you got to do?
It's a round of chess, speed chess on the clock, then a round of boxing, then a round of chess, then a round of boxing, and you continue until somebody either gets checkmated or knocked out. And
what happened with you, Jonathan, dare I ask?
Well, I got knocked out, really. It's a little bit daunting. The first time that you ever box is going to be daunting for anyone. To do that headlining a bill at the York Hall with a hostile crowd is a little bit difficult. So doing that against somebody who was clearly far, far, far physically stronger and fitter than me was always going to be a challenge. But as I was keeping going, I got myself back up again after being knocked down, and the ref went and counted me out. Not counted me out. He stopped the fight.
Stopped the fight. I'm just having an inward giggle with myself because I know that you were doing this for a really good cause. You were doing it for charity, but and just to see your face in that ring, to see this daunting man coming towards you, do you wish you just played him at chess now?
If I'd just played him at chess, the result would have been different. I mean, he went for the knockout in the boxing because he knew what was coming in the chess.
Yeah. It's a bit like politics, to be fair, isn't it? Absolutely like politics. So what charity were you doing it for, Jonathan, if you can remind us again, please?
So this was for the Ali Cadence Trust for Spinal Muscular Atrophy. And this is because a colleague of mine sadly lost their baby daughter to the condition, and the charity was absolutely amazing in supporting them through a very, very tough time.
So how much did you raise?
I'm not sure exactly the amount yet. It'll be... The final amount will be something between 2,000 and 3,000.
That is an amazing thing. That is absolutely fantastic. And putting yourself into a non-comfort zone, it must be something fundamentally different to what you're used to in your daily life, being a politician.
That's why I did it. I thought, it was going to be a good challenge for me to do something completely different. I mean, how many people ever would have the chance to say that they've headlined a bill at the York Hall? That's an incredible thing to be able to do. So for me, there's the challenge part to it. But actually, from the serious point of view, it's thinking that if you're going to do something to raise money for charity, I thought people are going to be more likely to donate to something that is obviously well outside my comfort zone. I mean, nobody would have ever thought that I'd have the bottle to step into a boxing ring and do this.
I'll take my hat off to you. Genuinely do. Now, the burning question is, will you do it again?
Well, on Twitter, I've already got a Lib Dem in Sunderland apparently challenging me for another bout. But I think I'd happily do it again. But I think I would be a little bit more cautious, shall we say, in terms of the choice of opponent.
Yeah, there you go. Jonathan Arnott, UKIP's North East MEP, getting a mullering in York Hall. All for charity, though, which is a fine thing. Chess boxing, where they box, play chess, box again. And by the sounds of it, he was fighting a man mountain. So, bless him. But he raised over £2,000, which is a wonderful, wonderful thing.